Good morning, students. The next topic we have to deal with is phonetics. 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 In this, the first subtitle is organs of speech. You have observed and try to draw the figure of the organs of speech. Some of you have well done it. Now, today we have to learn or we have to try to understand how we make a sound. The airstream mechanism is one that we have to understand. How air goes in and how air goes out, and which are the internal organs that take part in making that sound. That is, an airstream mechanism is the mechanism that control the passage of air, and modify sound system, and sounds are made. Then the airstream involving lung air from the lung, that is lung air, is called pulmonic airstream. Pulmonic, P-U-L-M-O-N-I-C, pulmonic airstream. The stream of air from the lungs, the flow of air from the lungs. It is called a pulmonic airstream. Once more, the airstream involving lung air from the lungs, is called a pulmonic airstream. There are two other airstreams. They are glottalic and velaric. Glottalic means G-L-O-T-T-A-L-I-C, glottalic. That airstream, the flow of which is controlled by Glottis. And velaric. Then for the glottalic airstream mechanism, the closed glottis acts as the initiator and sets the airstream in motion of the air in the pharynx. In the velaric airstream mechanism, the back of the tongue, velum, back of the tongue is known as velum. Velum is back of the tongue. Sets in motion the air in the mouth is passed through. So, one airstream, glottalic, in which glottis initiates the flow of air from the lungs, and when velum sets in motion to release the air from the lungs, is called velaric. Then in the velaric airstream mechanism, back of the tongue or velum sets in motion, as we said earlier. The airstream that is pushed out is called aggressive air. The air that comes out from the lungs is technically known as aggressive air, and which is the air which is drawn into lungs is known as ingressive air. So, aggressive, E-G-R-E-S-S-I-V, aggressive, and ingressive, I-N-G-R-E-S-S-I-V. So, two air streams, flow. one into the lungs and other out of the air. And into the air, breathing in, that is ingressive air, and breathing out, that is aggressive air. Okay. The production of speech sounds, in most languages we use pulmonic aggressive airstream mechanism. But in some languages, we use pulmonic aggressive airstream mechanism. At the same time, ingressive air also is used to make sounds in several other languages. Then the organs involved in the production of speech are of three groups. One is respiratory system, the other is phonatory system, and the third one is articulatory system. The respiratory system comprises the lungs, muscles of the chest, the windpipe, or we may call it trachea, T-R-A-C-H-E-A, windpipe or trachea, are the organs of respiratory system. And the expansion of air means the air fills the lungs, and contraction of air pushes the air out. Then phonatory system. It comprises larynx. On the figure of organs of speech, you can see larynx is situated at the top of the windpipe. It is commonly called Adam's apple. In men, we can see a protruded part in the front of the neck, which is called Adam's apple. In women, we cannot find it so clearly. The air from the lungs passes through the windpipe and the larynx. In the larynx, a pair of lip-like structures called vocal cords or vocal folds, F-O-L-D-S, vocal V-O-C-A-L, vocal folds, F-O-L-D-S, vocal folds are there. They are placed horizontally, H-O-R-I-Z-O-N-T-A-L-L-Y, horizontally from the front to back. They are attached in front and can be separated at the back. The vocal cords can be held close together and wide apart. When it is close together, there will be shrill voice, sharp voice. When it is kept apart, wide apart, the sound will not be so much shrill. Then the space between the vocal cords is called glottis. The space between the vocal cords is called glottis, G-L-O-T-T-I-S. The glottis can be kept shut or open by holding the vocal cords together or keeping it apart. When we swallow food or drink water, glottis is shut to prevent food or water from entering the windpipe. When we breathe in or breathe out, the glottis is open with the vocal cords drawn wide apart. Okay. The production of certain speech sounds, vocal cords are wide apart and the glottis is open so that air passes through it freely without any friction. This free flow of air makes vowel sounds, and if there is any friction, it will make consonant sounds, or blocking, it will make consonant sounds. So voiced sounds are there voiceless sounds are there. Voiced sound means vibration will be there. There will be vibration of vocal cords. If there is no vibration of vocal cords, those sounds made without vibration of vocal cords are called voiceless sounds. So voiced sounds and voiceless sounds. Voiced sounds are sound produced by vibration of vocal cords, and voiceless sounds are sound produced by keeping the vocal cords apart without vibration. Okay, without vibration. Then this next is articulatory system. Before that, we have to understand how we can find this voiced sound and voiceless sound. Just to keep your eyes closed and make a sound. There won't be any vibration in the ear. And at the same, make the sound b, b. There will be a humming sound in the ear. So if there is any humming sound, it is voiced. If there is no humming sound, it is voiceless. So also just touch the throat, the Adam's apple. Then don't press much, just touch it and say, there won't be any vibration. And say, b, b, there will be vibration. Like that. D, g. Such sounds are produced. With vibration, voiced. Without vibration, voiceless. Okay, we can show these two examples to understand which sound is voiced and which sound is not voiced. Then come to the articulatory system. The articulatory system consists of pharynx and oral cavity. Oral cavity, that is mouth. ORAL, cavity, CAVITY, and nasal cavity, means of the nose. Cavity means ara. The air from the lungs passes through the larynx into the pharynx and then out through the oral passage or nasal passage, through the mouth or through the nose. Then the roof of the mouth is very important, where we find soft palate, hard palate, and teeth ridge. Then there is uvula, the back of the soft palate. We can find uvula, UVULA. Then this uvula can control the air passing through the nose, and nasal sounds are produced as the air passes through the nose. Other sounds are produced through the mouth. But at the same time, there will be blocking of air here and there. Back of the tongue, middle of the tongue, front of the tongue, teeth ridge, teeth, and blade of the tongue. Then lips. All these parts of the body take part in production of different sounds. Now, tongue you know very well. There is no need of explanation to it. Back of the tongue, front of the tongue, and blade of the tongue. Then lips you know. There is no need of further explanation to upper lips and lower lips are there. Then now we come to very important area, that is classification of sounds. The sound produced without any friction. Pulmonary aggressive airstream produces sounds. That sound passes, that air passes without any friction, without any checking or blocking, is called, or are called, vowel sounds. They are called vowel sounds. So let us today go through the vowel sounds, how to produce it, and some examples to it. You just look or observe the table I have given you in the beginning of the class, presented here. And vowel sounds are voiced sounds during the production of which the air escapes through mouth freely and continually. Freely, continually. Two words you have to remember. Vowel sounds are produced by the free flow of air, continuous flow of air. Free, continuous flow of air makes a sound. That will be vowel. V-O-W-E-L. So just to go through the table given there and see the vowel sounds. I have given the scripts there, the symbols there. In phonetics, the sounds are marked with a slash on either side of the sign. So, to avoid confusion with the alphabet, for example, capital letter I, the same form, we use it as E. So to differentiate it from the E sign, E phoneme, E sound from the alphabet I, we use a slash to separate these two. It is in between the slash. So, for example, just see vowel sounds. There are two types of vowel sounds: short vowel and long vowel. Short vowel and long vowel. Short vowel means one wink of an eye will do to sound it. The other, it will take two beats. One beat, I. One blink of eye. It is not I, but E. The other is long. E. 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 Example. Two letters are given in the so two script two signs are given within the table, and one in the bracket. The sign given in the bracket, the script given in the bracket, is of Daniel Jones, who first produced the phonetic dictionary, the English pronouncing dictionary. Name of the book. Remember the name of the book, it may be asked in the examination. The English pronouncing dictionary by Daniel Jones, spelling D-A-N-I-E-L J-O-N-E-S, Jones. Daniel Jones. Next person who revised it, this book, Pronouncing Dictionary, was revised by A.C. Gibson, English Pronouncing Dictionary. In the 14th edition, he made some changes. For example, you look at the table. E. Capital I is written in the short form, shortened form. In the bracket, our already small letter I is given. The letter given in the the sign given in the bracket is the one used by Danny Jones. The first one is the revised one, now used in the dictionaries prepared by A.C. Gibson. Then the signs given in the brackets are signs once used in the dictionaries as prepared by Daniel Jones. Now, the signs outside the brackets are used in the dictionaries as prepared by A.C. Gibson. Okay, that's right. It is to, why should we use these signs and learn it? That's a problem. International Phonetics Association has decided to standardize the pronunciation of English all over the world. Otherwise, at the time of interview or in the seminars or in the meetings, foreign delegates may speak differently because of dialectical variations. As we know, the audience will not be able to understand what the speaker says to them. So, a standardization of pronunciation is needed. And for that, International Phonetics Association, IPA, introduced these scripts to teach all over the world where English is taught as a lingua franca, as a language for communication. Okay, why should we learn English? We have already studied. And that communication must be fair, good, effective. For that, we have to learn these phonetic scripts. Phonemes. In English, there are 44 phonemes, out of which 12 vowels, 8 diphthongs, and 24 consonants. Altogether, 44 phonemes. Let us learn one by one. Here, we learn vowels. 12 vowels are there. Short vowels and long vowels are there. Again, we go back to the table of vowels. The first one, E. Example, ink, it, tin, in. We have already learned these sounds. Short E. Next, A. Short A. A. It, ten, pen. A. 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 Flatten the tongue and say A. Man, can, fan. Then rat, sat, like that. A. Not A, but A. Flatten the tongue and say, it is easy to say so. Then O. O. Keep the lips in round position and say O. Short O. Not, got, polite, polite. U. U. Could, put, full, like that. A. From the back of the tongue, we produce the sound A. Cup, but, up. Then still back of the tongue. See the shape of the scripts. E, A, I, O, U, A, U. Example, ago, above, so. So has two strong form and weak form. Here I have used weak form. So and so. So is the strong form and zo is the weak form. When we speak speedily or quickly with high fluency, we speak zo. not serve fully, but serve. Then abide, sound is like that. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ എല്ലാം പരിചയമുള്ള വാക്കുകളാണ്. ഇങ്ക്, ഇറ്റ്, ടിൻ, ഇൻ, എറ്റ്, ടെൻ, പെൻ, ഐ, man, can, fan, could, put, full, cup, but, up, ago, above, so, abide. Okay, now you listen again, practice it. Next is long, short and long. Long sounds are this: e. The right side you see e, eat, peep. Next o, to, so. Next open arm, calm, father. Next o, for, core, snore. Next short form long form perfect, heard, bird, like that. You practice once more. I shall read. E, eat, peep, o, to, so, arm, calm, father, o, for, core, snore, perfect, heard, and bird. Okay. Now you just replay it and listen to it, practice it. Okay, thank you.